Here we go.
I'm good right here.
That's not this type of show.
What is that?
Hello, everybody. I know what that is. Hi. Hello. Big crowd for Monday. Thank you, everybody. People from Two Harbors here? Yeah, have a seat. Here we go. Let's get started. Thank you, everybody. Have a seat. Let's get started. Okay, let's get started. Thank you. Welcome to the show, everybody. Save some of that love for my good friend Shane Wells right over there. Hello, Shane. How you doing?
Brought you a present.
What is that?
What is in this? That's the real question.
Now that is that looks like a.
It is a keychain.
Okay.
And inside will be a special present for you at the end of the show, your unicorn poop. Okay.
Oh, now if you missed Friday's show, here's what happened. Shane's daughter, many months ago before Christmas, begged her mother and begged Santa Claus for rainbow, what are they called?
Unicorn poopsie slime surprise?
Yeah, so they're unicorns.
Something like that.
They're unicorns that poop. And Shane didn't want to get her daughter one. Santa didn't want to get her daughter one. So photographer Eric and I, over the holiday season, Eric was at Target, and he texted me. He goes, guess what Target has? Because they're hard to find. He goes, one of those pooping unicorns. He goes, we should get it for Shane's daughter because Shane will be so mad at us. So, Eric, yeah. So, on Friday, unbeknownst to Shane, Uncle Eric and Uncle Jason, look, now this is Karis opening up the beloved little unicorn. Okay, now there's like 4 or 5 of them, right, Shane?
There's one unicorn. Here it comes. Which one did she get?
Oh, look at that one.
Rainbow.
Is it the one she wanted?
It actually, it is.
It's
Crowd
the
is
one-
not on board for poopsie.
Oh, the thought you're.
No, they're
Oh,
they're
the audience
not
is no.
feeling it, no.
Now, how did your husband feel about Uncle Jason and Uncle Eric getting the unicorn?
My favorite part was I went through the whole pooping process, which we will talk about later in the show.
Yeah.
But let me tell you right now, it is very challenging to get one single poo, and it takes a lot of work. So last night I made him do the whole process with her for your special prize.
Look at that.
So I'm sure he's very thankful for that.
I'm sure he's thrilled with me and thrilled with Eric. Yeah. Oh, another person I have to apologize to this morning is, I don't know about you in the audience here, but the sickness is going around. I've been sick since December 17th. So if I cough, yeah, on cue I cough. I still have this lingering cough. I have been a carrier monkey. I've gotten Shane sick, and now my father-in-law got sick. And then I just got word right before we came out, now my mother-in-law woke up and she's sick. Because we all traveled together over the holidays. So if my family's watching, I'm very sorry I'm a carrier monkey. I've gotten everybody sick. So luckily I'm out of the contagious stage, but it's just awful. It's just horrible.
It probably doesn't help that you spend like 18 hours talking every day.
So when I go home, I say nothing, and I'm not going to. Yeah, anyway, let's get started, everybody. It's time for the hot dish. Here we go. Okay, first up, award season kicked off last night with the Golden Globes, and there were some real surprises. Sometimes it's like, whatever, but there actually, my mouth dropped a few times, including who won Best Actress in a Drama. That went to Glenn Close for the movie called The Wife. And it appeared, she appeared just as stunned as everybody else. Look at this.
This is Glenn Close's 3rd win. She wins her Golden Globe tonight for her role of Joan Castleman in The Wife.
Yeah. Well, here's the deal. She was stunned because everybody thought Gaga was going to win. Well, in The Wife, Glenn, here's a little clip of it. Glenn plays the spouse of a Nobel Prize-winning author. Now, she beat out, like we said, favorite Lady Gaga for her role in A Star is Born. Every single person in that ballroom at the Hollywood Hilton thought that Gaga was going to win that, including Glenn Close. Now, I got to tell you, I was rooting for Gaga. I wanted to see her go up. I wanted to see that speech. But sitting here, I will tell you, I was thrilled for Glenn to win because she gave a beautiful speech. I mean, she really did. It was a beautiful speech. And listen to this. This is shocking. She could go on to she could win the Oscar. And she could, and she probably should. Do you know Glenn Close has never won an Oscar? Isn't that crazy to think about?
Really?
Glenn Close has never won an Oscar. So if anyone,
and that was Gaga's first really big role.
Yeah,
she has plenty of time.
She has plenty of time,
yeah.
and I still wanted to see her up there with her little matching blue hair. And yeah, anyway, another surprise came in the Best Actor category for drama. What happened? Well, look at this.
And the Golden Globe goes to Rami Malek.
And of course, to Queen. To you, Brian May, to you, Roger Taylor, for ensuring that authenticity and inclusivity exists in the music and in the world and in all of us. Thank you to Freddie Mercury for giving me the joy of a lifetime. I love you, you beautiful man. This is for and because of you, gorgeous.
Yeah, well, you guys know he won. He won for playing Freddie Mercury in Bohemian Rhapsody. That movie also went on to win. Now, this is when I had to just turn the TV off. I was so shocked. That movie went on, it was the last award of the night, Best Picture Drama, beating out A Star is Born, Black Panther, It beat out I was shocked. Now, I know, because I read your emails, I'm the only person in a 50-mile radius that didn't love Bohemian Rhapsody. Now, I never said I hated it. People are saying that I just liked it. I didn't love it. And I certainly do not think it was the best picture of the year.
And you've seen them both.
I've seen...
you've seen a lot of them.
Yeah, I would have liked to have seen Black Panther win. I would have liked to have seen Star is Born win. I mean, it just, out of all the surprises last night, that was the one that got me. It's a decent movie. I just don't think it was overall the best of the year. It was all right.
Don't look at Facebook today.
I know, I'm not
Just
going to.
stay
Believe
off
me,
of it.
I'm not. Right after the show's over, I'm not going to look at Facebook. Anyway, another big, yeah. Because people love that movie, and I like it. I get it. Another big winner last night, I should say, went to Carol Burnett, who took home, I had to show you this. Carol Burnett took home the first ever Carol Burnett Award, which recognizes a lifetime career in television. Here's just a little bit of Carol. Look at this.
We all became one happy family for 11 joy-filled years. And nothing like our show, and I might add other variety shows at the time, could ever see the light of day today, because the networks, they just wouldn't spend the money. And because there's so many cable competitors, they're not going to take a chance. And sad to say, today's audiences might never know what they're missing. So, here's to reruns and YouTube.
Absolutely, Carol. She's right. She's right. I don't want to get too much like, the old man, get off my lawn. But she's absolutely right in the fact that we will never see another Carol Burnett show ever again. For all the reasons she pointed out, that show was unbelievably expensive to produce, and no network would ever spend that type of money. I mean, did you hear? They had a full orchestra. They had a costume department. They had 2 guest stars per show. You just wouldn't have that anymore. When she mentioned all the cable companies now, and I got to tell you, we just found out right before the show started that the ratings were down 5% from last year. And I was kind of thinking about this last night. I was kind of I couldn't sleep, and I was like, what are the ratings going to be? And I was thinking about why the ratings keep going down on some of these award shows. Yes, some people are people don't like the political tone that some of these speeches take. There wasn't a lot of politics last night. But I was thinking to myself, because there is so many movie companies now, and there's Netflix, and people are watching Hulu, and they're watching shows on NBC and CBS. There are so many ways that people can watch shows that it used to be when you would watch the Golden Globes, like in, I don't know, let me pick a year, 1999. You could assume that the large chunk of the viewing audience would have seen 2 or 3 of the movies or the shows that were being honored. And nowadays, I always call the average viewer, you know this if you watch the show, I call her Betty from Anoka. I think about Betty from Anoka, and she's sitting there watching going, what is Green Book? And what is the Great British Scandal? And what is what's the Kaminsky method? Betty from Anoka is like, is it a massage? You know what I mean? It's like, so people, they see all these shows being awarded. They're like, well, I don't know what that is, and they don't feel invested. Click. That's why. Now look, it's great. It's a double-edged sword. It's great that we have all these options now, but it's bad for these award shows because nobody can watch all of this stuff. And plus, like the movie stars, they're not really movie stars anymore because we know everything about them. I mean, I knew where Sandra Oh went for lunch yesterday. You know what I mean? It takes away some of the mystery and some of the grandness that these shows used to have.
I feel like celebrity, that part for me. There's so many people I watch and I go, who's that? What show's that? What network is that? There isn't that, like, those celebrities that were just like, oh, I can't wait to see so-and-so. Yeah.
What's Tom Hanks? Oh, there's Tom Hanks. Oh, there's Jack Nicholson in the front row. You don't have that anymore. And I don't know. Well, let's lots more to come, everybody. I'm going to go get another cough drop, and I'll be back right after this. Stay with me.
Coming up, did one of the stars of This Is Us get caught on a hot mic calling another actress a rather harsh name? Or was it all a mistake? TMZ has the story. Then the internet is obsessed, and people are running into the walls because of it. We're talking about Bird Box on Netflix. So, hype aside, is the movie any good? We turn to our expert, producer Ted. And are you already on the fence on your New Year's resolutions on January 7th? Well, we're going to tell you how to keep going and make it all the way till at least, like March. We have the best tips coming up.
Award, and our next award is for Best Screenplay in a Major Motion Picture.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, guys, but I have to do this. Amy, you're the love of my life.
No, Maya.
You've always been there for me.
What are you doing? Oh my God, what are you doing?
Amy Geraldine Poehler. Will you marry me?
What? Oh my God, I cannot believe you're doing this. Are we stealing focus away from the next award?
Don't worry. It's just best screenplay.
Yes, 1,000 times yes. I can't believe you're doing this in front of everyone.
Yes, well, they did. Welcome back, everybody. Amy Poehler and Maya Rudolph presenting a Golden Globe last night. I'm telling you, they should just get Amy Poehler to host the Oscars or something with the Tina Fey. Well, on Mondays we get a special serving of hot dish all the way from Hollywood. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Casey from TMZ. Hi, Casey.
Hi.
Okay, so first up, speaking of the Globes, I saw this all over the place, even while the show was going on. Chrissy Metz from This Is Us is in some hot water following what allegedly she said in after a pre-show interview. What's the story with this?
Yeah, so Chrissy Metz is being interviewed on the red carpet, and then they ask her, do you know Alison Brie? And she says, do I? And then the camera actually cuts to Alison Brie on the red carpet, and then Chrissy Metz can be heard saying something that sounds like she's such a B word, and not a nice B word, and that's what allegedly everyone thinks that she said. Well, Chrissy Metz said that that's absolutely not true. She would never ever say that about Alison Brie. She's like, even listen to it, I didn't say it. Alison Brie's even responded on her Instagram saying that, nothing but love for Chrissy Metz. So it sounds like they're okay with each other, but whether or not she said it, can't tell 100%, but it sounds very close to it. But also, Chrissy Metz, you got a hot mic on, so you always got to be careful what you're saying.
Yeah, I listened to it, and according to the reporter, the two correspondents, one said that she said babe, And when I went back and I listened to it, it does sound like she said babe. And I wouldn't think Chrissy would be that dumb in front of a hot mic. She didn't know the interview was even over.
Exactly. So, and I think that's, hopefully what it is. And hopefully she didn't say the bad B word that she actually said she's such a babe. And, it got the way it kind of got cut off and it was hard to hear. And you would think, but, sometimes people do say dumb things on hot mics, kind of forgetting. But she was, you're right, in the middle of an interview. So giving her the benefit of the doubt.
Absolutely.
She's denying it. Allison Bree's not upset. So, I don't think that's something she would have said, but we'll never know for sure.
Next up, stars are speaking out against R. Kelly. Everyone's talking about this Lifetime docu-series called Surviving R. Kelly. It debuted. What do you guys know?
Well, we do know that R. Kelly has not watched this. As you well know, he is threatening lawsuits against Lifetime. We actually spoke with a rep for his wife, who is his ex-wife, sorry, Drea, who is a huge part of the documentary, talking about what she went through while being with R. Kelly, and saying that, she's okay if he actually attempts to contact their 3 children. Most of them are adults now. She says they have not heard from them for months. The kids understand the accusations being made against R. Kelly. And if the kids are okay talking to their father, then she is okay with it. But as you know, a lot of people are speaking out against this.
Yeah.
A lot of people are, obviously just baffled by this documentary, that this was going on. People turning this blind eye. And, even Chance the Rapper says he regrets ever doing a song with him. John Legend's spoken out. I mean, the list goes on and on. Jada Pinkett Smith. There's a lot of backlash in this.
Finally, Cardi B and Offset may be getting back together. What do we know on this one?
Yeah, so we're hearing that 2019 might be a better year for them, for the two of them. They've been communicating on a regular basis. We are being told that Offset is vowing to change his way and be faithful and honest to Cardi B. We do know that she's still not wearing her wedding ring yet, but that is just because she's still, working through all the emotions of everything they went through last year. But it looks like they are headed towards a reunion.
Well, thank goodness. I can sleep a lot better now. Casey, thank you so much.
Aren't you glad to know that?
I'm in a much better mood now. Casey, thank you. Have a good week.
Thanks, you too.
Still ahead, everybody. You may have already given up on your New Year's resolution, even though it's like the 7th. So we have an expert who will try to get you back on track. But next, I watched a couple new Netflix shows, including a docuseries that goes behind the scenes of some of the largest events in the world. You are going to love this. I'll tell you about it when we come back. Back after this.
Everybody knows the Kentucky Derby.
The best 2 minutes in sports.
We will be competing in Best in Show at Westminster.
The North American League of Legends Championship Series.
One series is going to be the culmination of an entire split's worth of work.
Today's Wednesday, so we've got less than a week. The clock is ticking.
Oh, yes, it is. Welcome back, everybody. That is a clip from the trailer of a new Netflix show called 7 Days Out. I'm going to fix this stupid tie. There we go. I get asked all the time about new shows to watch. This show explores the week leading up to some of the best events in the world. As you saw in that clip, from the Kentucky Derby to the Chanel fashion show to the reopening of the world's greatest restaurant. Now, I saw the first episode, which focuses on the Westminster Dog Show. And you guys know I love dogs. My mom was a professional dog groomer for years. So this world in Best in Show is one of my favorite movies. So this world fascinates me. Dog owners bringing their dog to the show, because other than seeing them, what goes into making the event, you also follow like 3 or 4 dog owners. Look at this.
We're so new in the sport that every ribbon, every rosette is really special to us. That's the result of getting out there almost every weekend. Good girl. We have our dreams, but the dreams aren't focused on money.
Hey, calm down.
We don't have $10,000 budgets every month like a lot of the top dogs and the top handlers have. Come here, girl. We are on a shoestring. My suit for Westminster we found at a thrift shop for $5.
You do what you have to do. Audience, I loved this because I always like to see what goes into stuff as big as Westminster, and my goodness, you literally see how they take Madison Square Garden and transform it into the show. And then you get to see these owners, and if you have seen the movie Best in Show, it's funny how the real life couples in this kind of reminds you of the couples from that movie, including that couple right there, who kind of remind me of Cookie and Jerry Fleck, but you follow a pug named Biggie, a championship pug who's so cute, and then the stress that goes in to the handling of these dogs. There's also a boxer, and just that you feel the tenseness of this. And of course, like I said, there's all other events that you can watch. Another episode focuses on a restaurant, what it takes to reopen this restaurant. My executive producer loved that one. There's also a space-themed one. It is so good, so well done. It's called 7 Days Out on Netflix. Now, another new show on Netflix is helping people clean out their homes. A lot of you are talking about this. It's called Tidying Up, and it features the Japanese woman behind the popular KonMari organizing system. Now, we're going to take a little look at this. There she is, and she basically goes in and teaches these families how to declutter their lives, and through different exercises. She divides all of your goods into different categories like clothing and sentimental. And as you can see, a lot of these clips, when she has you deal with your clothes, she has you lay all of the clothes you've ever owned on top of your bed, just right on top of your bed, and she makes you go through each piece of clothing, and you have to ask yourself, does this piece of clothing bring you joy? And if it doesn't, she tells you to throw it out. Now, I could get behind that, but the one thing that we were like, I don't know if we can do that is, before you throw out an item, she tells you that you have to thank the item. Now, I don't have time to go through every t-shirt and thank it before I throw it away. But I mean, I appreciate the sentiment. I think we could all. And then the thing that, when I've talked about this on the radio show, the thing that I can get behind, and this is why you should watch, is her folding technique, which she said, and this made a lot of sense to me. If you ever go into your drawer and all of your t-shirts are stacked like this, you never look at what's in the bottom. You always wear the t-shirts and are on top. She teaches you how to fold so you see everything when you pull out the drawer. Made a lot of sense to me. I may do portions of this. So again, it's called 7 Days Out, and the other one is called Tidying Up. And if you decide to do the tidying up thing, take some pictures and let us know how it goes for you. Still ahead, fresh off watching 8,000 Christmas movies, producer Ted watched the Netflix movie that y'all are talking about, Bird Box. Did he like it? Will he be blindfolded? You'll find out when we come back. Back after this.
Listen to me. I'm only going to say this once. We are going on the trip now. It's going to be rough. It's going to feel like it's going on for a long time, so it's going to be hard to stay alert. It's going to be even harder to be quiet, but you have to do both. You have to do every single thing I say, or we will not make it. Understand? Under no circumstance are you allowed to take off your blindfold. You must listen as closely as you can. If you hear something in the woods, you tell me. If you hear something in the water, you tell me. Do you understand?
We understand. I'm freaked out just by that. Welcome back, everybody. That's a clip from the Netflix movie that everyone is talking about. It's called Bird Box. It stars Sandra Bullock, who can go just about anywhere she wants with a blindfold. So we decided to find out, is the movie worth all the hype we've been hearing about for about a week? So joining us live from the control room, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for producer Ted, everybody.
Hello.
Ted, how you doing?
It's a little dark in here.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, can you tell me, bottom line, give us just the synopsis. What is this about?
So there's some supernatural entity that comes to America or the world, and basically if you open your eyes, you're gonna get some virus or something and basically try to kill yourself.
Oh, wow.
So all these people are murdering themselves, and so the Sandra Bullock and a couple other people get inside a house, black out all the windows, and try to survive. And it's very intense.
Okay, so, and obviously you eventually find out why it's called Bird Box?
Right, the birds can sense when the entity is around.
Oh. Ted, Ted, before we go any farther, is that my tie?
Jeff gave it to me.
Okay, yeah, that's my tie. You can go ahead and take that off now. Go ahead, that's, yeah. How was, you can't take it off, can you? Yeah,
tied it too
you're
tight.
stuck now,
It's
yeah,
on
yeah.
the rest of the
Just
show.
go ahead and leave it on. How's Sandy B in this?
She's awesome. I was a little hesitant because, you know, there have been some reviews online where it was people ripping it a little bit. I think Rotten Tomatoes gave it like 60%. She's great. She's classic Sandra Bullock, and you're at the edge of your seat, and she really carries the movie. But there's also, I mean, you've got John Malkovich in the movie.
We were seeing Sarah Paulson now.
Sarah Paulson's in the movie. Lil Rel.
Okay.
He's in the movie.
Now, you said it, but I want to make sure it's not a throwaway line. This is supposed to be intense. I know you and executive producer Jeff both saw this. Is it really scary?
I don't know if it's not a horror movie, but it's intense. You know, so it's intense. You're kind of,
yeah.
So I wasn't scared, but then when I left my apartment, I was.
Ted, what the hell was that? Wait, you sound like Hannibal Lecter.
So maybe it was a horror movie. I
Yeah.
don't know. But when I left my apartment, I was a little freaked out.
Yeah, you and Jeff both said you walked out into nature, and when you would hear birds, you freaked out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I would like that. Okay, so like now when you review Hallmark movies, we do it in crowns. Let's just do it in stars. Out of 4 stars, how many are you giving this?
I'd give this 3.5.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, real solid, real solid.
Okay. Producer Ted, thank you very much. You can find Bird Box. Anybody seen it? Anybody seen it in the audience? Did you guys like it? Yeah, you did? Okay. Yeah, I gotta watch it tonight. Still ahead, we're playing a game with our audience in honor of Bird Box. Get your blindfolds ready. They're gonna be sticking their hands in a box and they have no idea what's in it. We'll be right back. Stay with us, everybody. Welcome back, everybody. We are sticking with the Bird Box theme for today's game. That's right. The audience is a little scared, and they should be. It's game time, everybody. Here we go. Today's game is actually inspired by 2 movies, Bird Box and the 90s movie Seven. Our game today is called...
What's in the box?
That's right, that's right. What's in the box is simple. It's Monday. By the time Friday comes on, we'll have our wheels on. The game is simple. 2 players will take turns feeling a mystery object inside the box in front of them, and they have to decide what it is. Playing today, give it up for Jen. Everybody to my left. Hi, Jen. To my right is Susie. Hello, Susie. Okay. Let's see here. Jen, you are going to go first, so go ahead and put your very stylish blindfold on there. Yeah, that's very, yes. There we go. Okay, now I'm going to lift up this box so the audience will get to see. You will not, however, so here we go. It's time to play.
What's in the box?
There we go. Okay, so, I should take these out. Yeah, okay, so here we go. Okay, go ahead now, feel around, and tell me what's in the box.
Feels like a graham cracker.
Okay, a graham cracker, you're allowed to smell. Graham cracker is wrong. Smell a little bit.
Pop-Tart.
Yes, it is a Pop-Tart. Go ahead and take your blindfold off, okay? You did a number on the Pop-Tarts there. That was good, okay?
All right.
Now, let's go ahead. Susie, go ahead and put your blindfold on. Right there, okay? Susie, it's time for you to decide
Oh, what's in the box?
There we go, okay. No, not yet, Susie! I gotta get it out of its cage. I'm just kidding, It's not alive, I promise.
Like, wait a second.
Okay, go ahead and start feeling for the item.
Is it a hockey puck?
It is a hockey puck, yes, right! Yeah, it's a hockey puck. I was not overly difficult. At least you didn't do that to that. Anyway. Congratulations to today's players. You're both going to go home with a Jason Show mug. There we go. Thank you, Erin. Thank you very much. What flavor was this? This we got out of the Fox cafeteria, by the way. Still ahead, everybody. She's the queen of difficult conversations. Janelle Anderson is here to help us figure out how we can get back on track with our New Year's resolutions. I know it's only the 7th, but we're going to get you back on track. We'll be right back, everybody. Welcome back, everybody. Well, if you made a New Year's resolution, I hate to break it to you, but you've already probably given up. Research shows that... Well, that was very harsh, wasn't it? Research shows the average New Year's resolution lasts just 5 days. 5 days. Here to talk about how to make some sense of it, author of the book, Head On, How to Approach Difficult Conversations Directly. Give it up for Janelle Anderson, everybody. Hi, Janelle. Welcome back.
Hey, Jason. Great to be here.
I make a resolution and not throw my cards on the ground. Okay, why? Let's start with the 5 days. Why is that?
Well, research shows that anywhere from 5 days to sometimes up to 6 weeks is about how long people keep their resolutions.
Okay.
Now, the reason that people don't keep them longer than that is usually because they bite off too much. So it's either too many resolutions that they're running at all at the same time, or the resolutions, the size of them is just too big. It's not achievable.
Okay, let me ask you, I think I have an example of this. So would this fit in, like, you want to get healthy, like let's say you want to lose weight. You try to do everything at once instead of maybe trying to eat healthy first, then introduce exercise. Is that what you mean?
Exactly. Like for example, you might be trying to drink 8 glasses of water, go to the gym, eat your 5 servings of fruits and vegetables, get better sleep, do all of these things at the same time.
You're setting yourself up for failure.
Absolutely.
Because it's just too much to do right off the bat.
Yep.
Okay, so let's say it is January 7th, right?
Today is.
Let's say someone's watching and they're smiling at the TV because they already have broken a resolution. What do you do?
Well, the first thing to do is to examine your language and how you're talking to yourself about it. Because most of us mercilessly beat ourselves up over even the slightest failure. We hold ourselves to an unachievable standard.
Yeah.
So what I suggest is talk to yourself like a compassionate best friend would. And they might say something like to themselves, Janelle, you took on an awful lot there. Like, we know you can do a lot, but was that really realistic?
Or if you have a bad Tuesday, like, allow yourself some forgiveness.
Exactly, and realize it's just one day. You've got the rest of the year to still accomplish that. Don't throw in the towel just because you had a bad Tuesday.
Well, and especially if people are watching now and it is only January 7th, you can still accomplish the goal. Even if you messed up, like let's say it is healthy eating. Let's say you went to a Chinese buffet yesterday, you can still get back on the horse.
You totally can. And again, talk to yourself like a compassionate best friend would. They'd say, yeah, that was one day. You've got this. I know you've got it in you. Tomorrow's a new day.
You're good at giving people tools. What's a good tool right now to help people from breaking the resolution other than not biting off so much?
So a really good thing to do to not break that resolution is to examine how it fits into the habits that you have in your everyday life.
Okay.
Because the more we can hook that new behavior into other behavior, because most of the things people are trying to break they're either trying to break a bad habit or start a new good habit. And the way habit formation works is there's a cue that triggers the thing that we think of as the habit. It's like take brushing your teeth, for example.
Okay.
A lot of people will get out of the shower and then brush their teeth, or they'll finish their breakfast and then brush their teeth.
Oh, girl, I thought you meant, I was cracking up. I'm thinking people are making a resolution to brush their teeth.
Well, maybe.
People should be doing that every day. Okay. I know.
Sure, but let's say they have a resolution to floss their teeth. Okay.
To floss more. Yes.
Right, to floss more. So they're probably already brushing. So if we use that brushing cue
to
be the trigger for the
Okay.
new behavior, the new habit, because that cue is already in place. So we're already brushing. Now we say, okay, now I'm going to floss. And that's the new routine or the new behavior or habit.
What is, maybe you don't know this on the top of your head, but I've already heard, how long does it take for a routine to set in? Is it, I heard like 2 weeks?
So the research is all over the board on this.
Yeah.
On the outside, the longest is that I've read is 66 days to really create a new habit. Now, I've also heard
It's a long time.
21
Janelle,
days.
yeah.
It is. But you know, if you get, let's say you get 80%
Okay.
of those 66 days, I think you've nailed it.
Yeah.
Odds are 80% of the time from here on out, you're going to be flossing your teeth.
Have you made because you're the expert, have you done a New Year's resolution?
I do have a New Year's resolution for this year.
Okay.
And that, do you want me to tell you what it is?
Yeah, if you don't mind, yeah.
All right, so my New Year's resolution for this year is to stay in better contact with my mom.
Oh, I like that.
She's a snowbird, and she's going to watch this on Facebook, but she's a snowbird, and so she goes to Arizona for the winter. In fact, we just got back from a week visiting her. And you know that sort of out of sight, out of mind?
Yes.
She goes away, and then I forget to call her as much.
Yeah.
And I forget to text her and send emails and stuff.
That brings up a good point, because whether you're trying to be healthy, whether you're trying to do a habit, if you're with somebody, you kind of need them on board. You need them to support. So you're the expert on conversations. How do you talk to your spouse about supporting each other and not, like, if you're trying to eat healthy, let me just use this as an excuse or an example. How do you talk to your spouse of saying, could you not get Burger King if I'm trying to eat healthy? How do you have that conversation with your significant other?
So make sure they know what your resolution is, because if they don't have a chance at supporting you in it.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times we just think that they're on board, and then they give you a box of Godiva chocolates for your birthday.
Yeah.
And that's the last thing you wanted. So making sure you're really clear and specific with them and having that conversation, not when the Burger King bag is right in front of you on the table, but at a time when things are really neutral, to say, hey, you are my best support, my best cheerleader, and here's what I need you to know what I'm up to, and I'd really like your support as I tackle this one.
Can we go to Crisp and Green and not McDonald's?
Exactly.
Exactly, yeah. Janelle Anderson, everybody. Head on. How to approach difficult conversations directly is available wherever books are sold. You can also head to Janelle's website, workingconversations.com. And don't forget, you can watch full episodes of our show on YouTube. We post each day's episode along with clips from the show. Just search for The Jason Show and hit subscribe. Really quick before we go to break. You're the queen of difficult conversations during the holidays. Did you have any difficult conversations during the holidays?
I did not have any difficult conversations.
I didn't either. We did a segment with Janelle talking about that, and I'm like, I wonder if the expert had any. We'll be right back, everybody. Stay with us. We're going to wrap up the show. We'll be back. Welcome back, everybody. Shane is here. Oh, my goodness. Hey, before we do some leftovers here, I want to say, northern Minnesota has been hit with some bad weather, but we have some folks that made it. Some folks from Two Harbors made the drive. Thank you for coming. Thank you for driving all that way. That is commitment. And guess what, Two Harbors friends? Aaron Schwab's taking you all to a steak dinner tonight. That's right. That's right. Yeah.
Aaron's like, what?
Aaron's like, really? I'm doing it? Anyway, by the way, speaking of Aaron Schwab, I always like to, give a little plug for Aaron. If people ask, as I said earlier, where to eat, what to do when you come into the cities, Aaron does a fantastic cabaret show Thursday and Friday nights at Birch's in Lower Town in St. Paul. I call her the Twin Cities Bette Midler, and she does a fabulous cabaret show with Jay Fuchs every Thursday and Friday night. Birch's Lower Town in St. Paul. Go check Aaron out. She does. Have you seen Aaron's show?
I have a hard time getting out on the weeknights.
I know, me too. I know. And I know we don't get out on the weeknights, and I went out just to support Aaron, so go see her. Speaking of shows, back to the Golden Globes. Hosting the show were Andy Samberg and Sandra Oh. We didn't get to this earlier, and I wanted to talk about this. Sandra also won a Globe for Best Actress in a TV series for Killing Eve, a show I know a lot of you have watched. I have not seen Killing Eve. Have you yet, Shane?
Nope.
No, I know it's on my list to watch. But anyway, here's my thought, especially since people are still talking about the Oscars host. Who's it going to be? Which, by the way, at this point, I don't think there is going to be an Oscars host. My thought is, after watching last night with Andy Samberg and Sandra Oh, who individually I both love, I don't know if the Golden Globes need a host anymore. The show already ran long. It went right into 10:30-ish. My feeling is this is one of those award show, you come out of the main open and you go right to the first award. I'm sure the audience would appreciate a shorter award show.
Yeah.
That's just my thought. And I know, as I said, I like both of them individually, and I know you didn't get to see the monologue, but I think they played it a little too safe, and a lot of their jokes kind of landed with a little bit of a thud. But it was a hard room to play, and Sandra Oh, this isn't her gig, you know. Andy said they're not professional hosts, so to go up there and do it took a lot of courage. They did the best they could. That is a thankless job.
Yeah, we talk about how no one wants this
Nobody
job.
wants a job.
No one's going to be happy with you.
Because what happens the next day, boobs like me get on the TV and criticize, you know what I mean? So it's a thankless, they did the best they could. It's just, if memory serves me right, the Globes didn't always have a host. I think they need to go back to a hostless format and keep the show under like 2 or 3 hours. Well, speaking of the Globes, one last story. We're getting our first look at HBO's lineup for the new year. And includes, yeah, you might have missed this. You probably went to get some Cheetos or something. It includes a look, come back to the TV, because it includes a quick look at some of your favorite shows. Look at this.
This is the feeling I've been searching for my entire life.
I want to know what happened that night.
I need to show that I'm a lone, fierce she-wolf.
Pull the cat out.
Winterfell is yours, Your Grace.
Oh, Veep, Game of Thrones, Big Little Lies. Our first look at Meryl Streep in Big Little Lies.
Ooh, I cannot wait for this.
This is such, 2019 is such a big year for entertainment, and HBO with Game of, that's the first footage I'm not a big Game of Thrones fan, but people were freaking out just over that 2 seconds that people saw.
Speaking of big shows, tonight.
What?
The Bachelor. What? Stop.
Oh, The Bachelor.
You know what tonight is.
Oh.
Come on. You said you're going to watch this season.
I am going to watch. That's right. It is tonight with Bachelor Colton.
Yeah,
okay.
that guy.
We'll have a recap tomorrow. Okay, we're going to end the show. Okay, I got to tell you what just happened because the audience didn't even see this. Our executive, I've said this to you before, TV friends. Our executive producer, Jeff, is on the side of the camera and he tries to give me visual cues to know where to go to next if the teleprompter isn't right there. He needed to tell me to do the unicorn poop story.
Oh, no.
I won't tell you what gesture he just made me to transition. It was great.
Oh,
Yes,
no.
thank you, Jeff. I love live television. Okay, so at the beginning of the show, I told you that against Shane's better judgment, myself, along with photographer Eric, decided to buy Shane's daughter.
Against your better judgment.
Against my better judgment, a pooping unicorn toy that all the kids were just going nuts over. So he took the unicorn home, Karis opened it, and you were shocked at how long it took to actually make that.
Yeah, I think first we have her getting the surprise, and then I'll show you the steps that we went through to get to the final prize.
Let's look at this.
Look at all the stuff we got. We got this.
Here are the instructions if you want your Poopsie Surprise Unicorn to poop. There are approximately 19 steps.
Can't wait to see we got rainbow.
19 steps. Wow.
Wow, that is like an IKEA coffee table.
No, you need to set aside half of your day for
The studio
this.
audience, the home audience couldn't hear. The studio audience gasped when they said 19. So
And about 20 minutes. So here is the final. See, there's the first step. You have to feed it about 8 teaspoons of glitter, 8 teaspoons of water.
That is
one
redunculous.
slushie of unicorn food. There's to be 15 cartwheels. Then it poos. Here it is.
Oh.
You push its belly button. Then you wait 10 to 15 minutes. And then you add some more stuff.
No!
Here you go.
And this is
Your
it.
own
What a
unicorn
great way to
poo.
end the show, everybody. There we go. Here it is. Here's the sparkly.
The
I can't
prize.
believe this. That's going to do it for us If you're a kid watching that's being bullied, you go out there and be yourself because nobody can tell you you're doing it wrong.